Political Science 3, Unit 2. Today's topic is about Jawaharlal Nehru. He was born 14th November 1889 and he was an Indian independence activist and subsequently the first Prime Minister of India, as well as a central figure in Indian politics, both before and after independence. He emerged as an eminent leader of the Indian independence movement, serving India as Prime Minister from its establishment in 1947 as an independent nation until his death in 1964. He was also known as Pandit Nehru due to his roots with the Kashmir Pandit community, while Indian children knew him as better as Chacha Nehru. He is the son of Swarup Rani and Motilal Nehru, a prominent lawyer and nationalist statesman. Nehru was a graduate of Trinity College, Cambridge, and the Inner Temple, where he trained to be a barrister. Upon his return to India, he enrolled at the Allahabad High Court and took an interest in national politics, which eventually replaced his legal practice. A committed nationalist since his teenage years, he became a rising figure in Indian politics during the upheavals of the 1910s. He became the prominent leader of the left-wing factions of the Indian National Congress during the 1920s and eventually of the entire Congress with the tacit approval of his mentor Gandhi. As Congress President in 1929, Nehru called for complete independence from the British Raj and instigated the Congress' decisive shift towards the left. Nehru and the Congress dominated Indian politics during the 1930s as the country moved towards independence. His idea of a secular nation state was seemingly validated when the Congress swept the 1937 provincial elections and formed the government in several provinces. On the other hand, the separatist Muslim League fared much poorer. However, these achievements were severely compromised in the aftermath of the Quit India movement in 1942, which saw the British effectively crush the Congress as a political organization. Nehru, who had reluctantly heeded Gandhi's call for immediate independence, for he had decided to support the Allied war effort during World War II, came out of a lengthy prison term to a much altered political landscape. The Muslim League, under his old Congress colleague and now opponent Muhammad Ali Jinnah, had come to dominate Muslim politics in India. Negotiations between Congress and Muslim League for power sharing failed and gave way to the independence and bloody partition of India in 1947. Nehru was elected by the Congress to assume office as independent India's first Prime Minister, although the question of leadership had been settled as far back as 1941, when Gandhi acknowledged Nehru as his political heir and successor. As Prime Minister, he set out to realize his vision of India. The Constitution of India was enacted in 1950, after which he embarked on an ambitious program of economic, social and political reforms. Chiefly, he oversaw India's transition from a colony to a public while nurturing a rural multi-party system in foreign policy. He took a leading role in the non-allied movement while projecting India as a regional hygiene in South Asia. Under Nehru's leadership, the Congress emerged as a catch-all party, dominating national and state-level politics and winning consecutive elections in 1951, 1957 and 1962. He remained popular with the people of India in spite of political trouble in his family financial year and failure to leadership during the 1962 Sino-India War. In India, his birthday is celebrated as Children's Day. Early life and career 1889-1912. Birth and family background. Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14th November 1889 in Allahabad in British India. His father Motilal Nehru, his tenure is 1861 to 1931, a self-made wealthy barrister who belonged to the Kashmir Pandit community, served twice as president of the Indian National Congress in 1919 and 1928. His mother, Swarup Rani, who came from a well-known Kashmir Brahmin family settled in Lahore, was Motilal's second wife, the first having died in childbirth. Jawaharlal was the eldest of 3 children, 2 of whom were girls. The elder sister Vijayalakshmi later became the first female president of the United Nations General Assembly. The youngest sister Krishna Hudi Singh became a noted writer and authored several books on her brother. Childhood. Nehru described his childhood as a shadowed and uneventful one. He grew up in an atmosphere of privilege and wealthy homes, including a palatial estate called the Anand Bhavan. His father had him educated at home by private governess and tutors. Under the influence Ferdinand T. Brooks' tutelage, Nehru became interested in science and theosophy. He was subsequently initiated into the Theosophical Society at age 13 by family friend Annie Besant. However, his interest in theosophy did not prove to be enduring and he left the society shortly after Brooks departed as his tutor. He wrote for nearly 3 years, was with me and in many ways influenced me greatly. Nehru's theosophical interests had induced him in the study of the Buddhist and Hindu scriptures. According to Balram Nanda, these scriptures were Nehru's first introduction to the religious and cultural heritage of India, provided Nehru in initial impulses for long intellectual quest which culminated. Youth, Nehru became Discovery of India was written by India's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru during his imprisonment in 1942-1945 at Ahmedabad port in Maharashtra, India, by the British during the British Raj before the independence of India. Some claim that the discovery of India is an honor paid to the rich cultural heritage of India. Its history and its philosophy as seen, though the eyes of a patriot fighting for the independence of his country. The book was written in 1944 but published in 1946 as per Brown sources. It is considered to be a classic in Indian literature, as established aptly as a book is essentially a monologue and at most exposes one to the writer's mind. But even that monologue can resonate with your inner intimate questions, and then he becomes a dialogue. Discovery of India is one such book. One such book. Other contributions. Nehru attributes some of the content of the book to his fellow prisoners at Allahabad jail. He gives special mention to four of them, namely Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Govind Vallabha Pant, Narendra Deva and Asaf Ali. All his fellow prisoners were political prisoners from various parts of the country, having deep knowledge about the various aspects of India which the book discusses. They also participated in proofreading Nehru's work and providing him with creative suggestions. Nani Central Prison or Naini Jail at Nani near Allahabad is one of the most important prisoners and correctional institutions in Uttar Pradesh built during the British Raj. It became famous in pre-independence era when many freedom fighters, including Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, Govind Vallabhbhai Pant, Narendra Dev, Arif Ahmad Kidwal, Mohani were imprisoned during Indian independence movement. Jawaharlal Nehru during his stay wrote a series of letters to his younger daughter Indira from the prison, starting on his 13th birthday till 9th August 1933, which was later published as Glimpses of World History.